Welcome to Defeating the Blank Page podcast, smashing creative blocks, one page at a time. Hosted by JoeyTheJag, creator of Supernova Slam.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first episode of Defeating the Blank Page, the podcast where we wrestle the empty canvas into submission using caffeine, creativity, and the occasional emotional breakdown. I'm your host, JoeyTheJag, and today we're diving into the sacred mess of making things, specifically webcomics, manhwa, drawing with ballpoint pens, and this dream webcomic I've been dancing around in my brain called Supernova Slam. But before I even make it, I want to talk about what it even means to start something. Because, trust me, the scariest boss fight in art is not the final product. It's the first stroke. What is a webcomic? A webcomic is like your favorite comic book, but digitized and set loose on the internet like a raccoon in a grocery store. It's fast, raw, honest, weird, beautiful, sometimes ugly, and that's what makes it so dang powerful. It's also where anyone, yes, even you, can create something without having to beg a publisher for validation. You post it, it's out there, boom, you're a creator. There's something thrilling about that. Webcomics let you experiment in ways that traditional comics might not allow. The format is flexible. Horizontal scroll? Sure. Vertical scroll? Webtoons said absolutely. A single panel per page with a punchline that slaps harder than your grandma's cooking? 100%. You've probably seen them even if you didn't realize it. Memes? Webcomics. That one 3-panel tearjerker that made you call your dog and say, "I love you"? Yeah, webcomic. They can be funny, tragic, political, chaotic, or just completely nonsensical. And that's the beauty. Webcomics reflect the chaos of the internet and the soul of the person creating it. You don't need to be Marvel or DC. You just need a story and some nerve. Upload, panic, repeat. And because they're online, the tools are wild. You can draw in Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, heck, on a napkin and scan it with your phone. The gate is open. Run wild. There are comics about dating your demon roommate, fighting gods with ramen bowls, turning into a duck. I'm not kidding. Go look. The storytelling possibilities are ridiculous. Genres blend like smoothies with too much banana. Slice of life meets horror, comedy meets heartbreak, and readers eat it up. So if you've ever thought, maybe I should make one, that whisper, that itch, that's the webcomic God calling you, answer it. What is a manhwa? Alright, let's talk manhwa. First off, it's pronounced manhwa, not manhwa, not manwha, just smooth manhwa. Think of manhwa as South Korea's answer to manga. And let me tell you, it's got style. It's not just an art form, it's a cultural flex. Manhwa brings cinematic pacing, beautiful character design, and plots that often hit harder than your emotional damage playlist. And most importantly, it's designed for the phone screen. That vertical scroll we love, manhwa made it an experience. You're not flipping pages. You're diving down a narrative waterfall. With every swipe, you fall deeper into the world. Romance, action, thriller, horror, slice of life. Manhwa doesn't play safe. It explores everything. 1 minute you're watching a cafe barista flirt with destiny, the next, dragons. Literal dragons. There's a specific rhythm in manhwa. Big panels for drama, tight shots for intensity, and backgrounds that could win architecture awards. And the eyes, full of tears, secrets, and probably 3 past lives. Creators like Yakkuk are showing us that even an ordinary city scene can feel vibrant, full of tension, or nostalgic. It's all in the way it's drawn and paced. And while some of it gets labeled just romance, trust me, there's more juice in manhwa than a K-pop scandal. Many artists use simple tools, a ballpoint pen, a sketchbook, maybe a bit of watercolor or digital polish, but they focus on emotion, on presence. The raw storytelling carries it. Manhwa proves you don't need perfection. You need personality. It's art that breathes, that moves, that lets you sit in a moment like raindrops tapping a window before something huge happens. And maybe, just maybe, that's where we start too. With quiet beginnings and brave lines. What are webtoons? Webtoons are basically the rock stars of webcomics. Born in South Korea, raised on apps, and now basically the Netflix of scrollable comics. Imagine a place where anyone, literally anyone, can upload their story and possibly go viral while still wearing pajama pants. That's Webtoon. It's built for vertical reading. No zooming, no pinching, just clean, easy scrolling on your phone. On the bus at 3 a.m. while avoiding your responsibilities. It's a place where creators can build a following, get support, even land animation deals. I mean, have you seen Lore Olympus? Or The God of High School? Or even Solo Leveling? Big leagues, baby. But it's not just about the big names. It's about people like us, figuring it out, panel by panel, episode by episode, learning to love the story we're telling. Webtoons feel immediate. You upload an episode and boom, feedback, comments, chaos, and yeah, trolls too, but mostly people rooting for you. There's this rush of connection, where your rough sketch becomes someone else's favorite Thursday read. It doesn't have to be clean. It has to be real. That's what the platform wants. That's what the readers feel. You can experiment with pacing, drop a beat with extra white space, build tension across a scroll. Webtoons made silence powerful. And for people with art block like me, it's not about being ready. It's about hitting publish, even when you're unsure. Webtoon's secret power isn't just publishing, it's permission to start, to suck, to grow, to create something new. Drawing Manhwa, City Life by Yakkuk. Now let's talk about the drawing style that really caught my heart. Yakkuk's City Life. It's like stepping into a place you've walked through 100 times. Except now it's drawn with such care, you stop and notice everything. Simple tools, ballpoint pens, soft pressure, little touches, but so much life. The city breathes, the characters exist quietly. It's not flashy, and that's the point. There's a rhythm to it. The line work has that mix of looseness and confidence. It doesn't scream perfection, it whispers truth. That's something to carry when art block hits. Don't try to make something perfect. Try to make something present. The way Yakkuk sketches isn't to impress, it's to express. You feel the breeze, the loneliness, the everyday weight. It's art that honors the ordinary, And for those of us terrified of starting, sometimes ordinary is the best place to begin. Ballpoint pen techniques. You ever pick up a pen and just scribble nonsense until something clicks? That's the magic of the ballpoint. Yakkuk often uses a Signo 0.28 gel pen. Tiny nib, but packed with control. Great for fine hatching, pressure shifts, and that soft ghost line shading. It's not about having the fanciest pen. It's about knowing how to dance with the one in your hand. Light pressure gives you those whisper thin lines. Press harder and boom, bold drama. It's instant dynamic range. Cross hatching becomes this meditative thing. Layer by layer, the image reveals itself, almost spiritual, like building shadows out of thought. Tombow dual brush pens, beautiful contrast. The thick brushy ends add gesture, movement, weight, perfect to pair with sketchy ballpoint lines. There's no eraser in the ballpoint world. Every line stays. And weirdly, that's freeing. You can't overthink it. You just keep moving. Imperfection becomes personality. Little smudges become part of the story. Happy accidents are, well, happy. Here's a good example and something you can do in practicing working on making your own art when it comes to manhwa. Try drawing a city block with just a pen, or a cup of coffee, or your weird roommate sleeping on the couch. Doesn't matter. The line matters. The action matters. Try it out. You're gonna be fine. But ballpoint sketching teaches you to see, to be okay with the unknown, to turn hesitation into motion, to find uncomfortability and find comfort in all things. You don't fix bad drawings. You just draw another one and another. And somewhere in that mess, you find your voice. Supernova Slam. Okay. Let me talk about this idea that's been chasing me through my dreams like a caffeinated squirrel. It's called Supernova Slam. It's got energy, it's got chaos, it's got heartbreak, and probably a giant explosion somewhere in Chapter 2. But the catch is, I haven't made it yet. That's the hook. That's the point. Because I want you to hear me struggle, ramble, dream, and eventually start. This podcast video shows my behind the scenes. You'll see the sketches, the doubts, the rewrites, and maybe even my fridge magnets if we run out of ideas. But I'm committing. I'm drawing. I'm doing. And if I can start with this weird comic about supernova powered drama kids and galactic slam battles, you can start your story too. All right, that's a wrap on today's podcast episode. It's shorter than probably later videos that I'll be posting, but it's just a little episode 1 debut type of podcast episode. But we did a little bit of things that I will be doing in the future on my podcasts. We danced with webcomics. We strolled through Manhwa. I probably butchered the saying it many times already, but yeah. We scribbled with pen, and most importantly, we reminded ourselves it's okay to begin messy. Perfection, that's not the goal. The goal is movement. Messy, beautiful, imperfect, chaotic movement. If you vibed with this, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite webcomic? Which story kept you scrolling at 2 a.m. in the morning? Let me know. And remember, we're all just trying to defeat the blank page one line at a time, one page at a time. But eventually, we will end up making our web comics. I'm JoeyTheJag, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay weird, stay sketchy, stay starting, and also, let's overcome the blank page together.
Stay bold, keep drawing, and defeat the blank page. See you in the next panel.